All right, in this lesson, we're going to solve percent problems, and there are a couple of ways you can do that. You can use equations or you can use proportions, and we've chosen to teach it with proportions. Now, if you were to read in your book, they would give you the percent proportion as the amount is to the base as the percent is to 100. Or A is to B as P is to 100. The only problem that I have with that is that it is sometimes difficult to determine in a statement like 5% of 49 is what number. It's hard to determine what's the amount and what's the base. So we have a little percent proportion that might not be quite so mathematical, but in the English language is very, very easy to remember. The is number, which will be the subject of your sentence, is to the of number as the percent is to 100. Is over of equals percent over 100. There is another version sometimes called the part is to the whole as the percent is to 100. But of all of these forms, and you certainly can use any one that makes most sense to you, I think that this one is the easiest to follow. So let me demonstrate in some examples. All right, number one, it says to solve, and it says 60% of 45 is what number? All right, I'm going to color code this. 60% of 45 is what number? All right, so my percent proportion is over of equals percent over 100. The is number. Sometimes it comes before the word is and sometimes after the word is, depending on how the question is phrased. But is what number? That's the unknown in this. The of 45, the object of the preposition of goes in the place of the of. The percent number is super easy to identify because it has a percent sign. You drop that off when you put it over 100. All right, so now I'm going to solve this with my two-step method. I'm going to take 45 times 60, which gives me 2,700, and then I'm going to take 2,700 and divide it by, now that was my cross product, I'm dividing by 100, which gives me 27. So 60% of 45 is 27. 60%, a little more than half of 45 is 27. That makes sense. Okay, let's look at another one. It says what number is 27% of 120? What number is 27% of 120? Is over of equals percent over 100. The is number, what number is? So that's again the unknown. 27%, the 27 goes in the percent position. It's over 100. Of 120 means 120 is in the of spot. So I'm going to look at my cross product. That's 120 times 27 to my calculator, which is 3240. Now take 3240, divide it by 100, and that's going to give me 32.4. It says to round to the nearest tenth. That is the tenths, so my answer is 32.4. 32.4 is 27% of 120. And 27%, the way I like to think of it, 25% is a quarter, 50% is a half. 75% is 3/4. And so I use those kind of as just ideas. 27%, well, it's pretty close to 25. So a fourth of 120 is about 30. The answer is 32.4. Yes, that makes sense. Let's look at our next one. It says 30% of what number is 60? So is over of equals percent over 100. In place of is, I put 60. Of what number? That's unknown. Percent number is 30, and it's over 100. All right, cross product. 60 times 100 gives me 6,000. 6,000 divided by 30 gives me 200. So 30% of 200 is 60. All right, next one. 6.9 is 46% of what number? So is over of equals percent over 100. 6.9 goes in the is spot. Of what number is unknown? The percent is 46, and it's over 100. Now on these next few problems, I don't think I'm going to take the time to go over the solution, finishing that, because I think we've probably done plenty of that. But you would do your cross product and divide by 46. All right, let's look at another one. Number 5. It says, what percent of 25 is 35? So is over of is percent over 100. Place of is, I put 35. In the place of I put 25. And x is the percent, and it's over 100. Something I want to notice in this one is that this is an improper fraction, which means this will be an improper fraction. In other words, we will get more than 100%. Let's go ahead and do this one. Step 1, I've got 35 times 100 is 3,500. And step 2 is 3,500 divided by, the number I haven't used yet is 25. Which is 140. So it's 140%. All right, last one. 29 is what percent of 100? Is over of equals percent over 100. 29 is my is number. My of 100, so 100's down there. The percent is unknown, and it's over 100. Well, 29 is what percent of 100? You can look at this equation perhaps and tell that this numerator has to be 29, or you can go through the steps, but it is 29%. So this is not something you usually find in the textbook, but is over of, percent over 100, is very effective in solving percent problems by using that proportion.